Hi, Taurus, and welcome to your November 2024 read. Okay, so this read is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. Let's see what's going on, what's happening. This is the Past Life Oracle deck. Let's get one karma card that we are working on in this lifetime. Wow, I love it. The High Priestess, the High Priest. This is knowing, intuitively knowing. It's all the clairs, clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairescent, oh gosh. All the clairs. This is in another lifetime. You could have been a nun, a monk, a priest, or obviously a priestess. Learning to follow your intuition, knowing that that never fails, right? When we follow our heart, when we follow spirit, you know, I'm open to receiving. Some of you now gaining that insight to receiving. Excuse me. Being ordained. Maybe some of you have already been ordained, or you're looking into being ordained from another lifetime, right? Maybe that was something that you know, that you really enjoyed. The Himalayas. Okay, so this month I'm going to do the read differently with these cards, these beautiful Tarot of Dreams cards, whereby I am going to utilize the entire deck, okay, for your storyline. We're going to see what's going on. Okay. Because I feel that this way we get more insight. So let's start. Taurus. Oh my Lord. I just heard you already know. I heard you already know. What's that song? Alanis Morissette. You already know. You know who's doing that or who's behind the scenes. Let's see what's going on. Wow. You know. You know someone behind you. Someone does not have your back. I'm telling you right now. It could be an Aquarius. Someone does not have your back. When it comes to, okay, I'm going to say it. When it comes to you defending yourself about money. Someone could be saying, Taurus, what are you doing with your time? What are you doing with your money? I'm hearing gambling. Are you putting enough away? Are you stocking away enough? Are you saving money? Are you putting a nest egg together? And if this is not an external person that doesn't have your back, then you are doing that. You are stocking money away and you're not letting anyone know. That could very well be. You don't want people to know your business. And if you're in a relationship, a marriage, a live-in, whatever it is, you may have a dog or what have you, but you are loyal for sure, but you're not speaking about your finances. If someone's getting up in your business, you don't want them to know. You do love the person you're with. You do. You have great love for someone, but when it comes to money, it's a different, like, what is it? It's a horse with a different color. Okay, so let's see why your Five of Cups is next to the Ace. Palace of Swords. So you could have minced words with someone about not revealing. So you could be dealing, which you have been dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. In particular, Scorpio for a minute, where it's a love relation, or a Pisces, in a relationship with a water sign. And, you know, they may be questioning money issues, like what's going on. Excuse me. Did someone get up in your, like, finances? Like, how much money, like, maybe you're, let's just say you're in a relationship, you're married, what have you, and someone's saying, okay, so how much, your spouse or your live-in, whatever, is saying, you know, how much do we have in savings? How much do we have here and there? What are we spending monthly? Maybe they're starting to ask questions. They want this relationship to be, you know, even, and they don't know enough. They love you, you love them, but they don't know enough about these kind of issues. And maybe now they're delving into your business by asking the questions. And you don't want, you're like, well, now what do I do? Do I really tell my soulmate? Okay, for some of you, it's like, do I tell them what I've been spending or how the money is divvied up or what have you? For others, it's your kids, or it's you're making a decision with your live-in, with your partner, with your love, to have kids. And maybe that's where the questions are coming in. Do we want children? Do we want kids? Maybe you're at the precipice now of a relationship that's been long-term, and now it's like, okay, the love is so there and everything is going well, but maybe the contention of questioning is, are we ever going to have children? Do you want children? That could be the question coming up. Do we want kids? And I feel it's a yes. I feel some of you are taking action. Some of you are doing IVF. Some of you are just saying, yeah, I'm going for it. Let's go for it. Let's, you know, let's make this happen. Let's do it. Some of you, someone walked away. So I'm just saying, some of you could have said, I don't really want to do that. That full moon in Aries has made you think about what you spend your money on. And maybe if the question is, or the discussion, or the mindset now of two people coming together and saying, we love each other, we want to grow our family, but for some of you, maybe that's the issue. One does and one doesn't. You have been dealing with an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I felt like in one of the weeklies, if you've watched my channel, Taurus, you were dealing with this person as a confidant. So maybe you're telling your bestie all the dirt, all the tea. You're having conversations about money. maybe walking away because someone doesn't want to. There's two ways this, I feel. On one hand, it's someone is not wanting to disclose what they do with their money because maybe they have an addiction, gambling, spending too much, shopping too much, whatever. The other is, do I want someone who doesn't want kids? And now it's like, well, wow, you never had that convo before you got married. And now it's like, it's become like a fear of what do I do now? What do I do now? Like, I just asked if they wanted to have kids, or I just, look at, yeah, absolutely. You could be, this could be an older woman, a mother figure, it's your bestie, whatever. You're asking someone about whether or not you feel that kids will bring you maybe closer together. A lot of people do that, right? Defending your place. If someone is asking you where the money goes, you're definitely defensive. Some of you want to get pregnant, you're getting pregnant. You could definitely be, this person that you're with could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Right? I feel it's a friend. I do. I feel this is like a bestie that you just get together and you drink and you talk, and someone's trying to get you out of like addiction or addictive behaviors, because some of you have lost money. I'm just saying, don't be upset, because the truth does set us free. So I feel someone you've been confiding in, your bestie or what have you, this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and they're telling you, listen, you got to stop gambling, you got to stop shopping, you got to, like, if you're going to have a child, you got to start now. Maybe you're getting to in that age group where it's like, it's now or never. Maybe you're getting insight as to an IVF, the procedure, the process, to find out more about it from someone who's been through it. Wow. This could be definitely, look at a father and mother. So when this came up, I just felt that you're thinking about your mom and dad, or this is your mom and dad, if they're on the other side or not, or a mother on the other side, something like that. And you're talking to this person. This is your card. Someone's saying pray for help. Someone's saying pray for you to get out of your own way. Like, you're fearful that maybe it won't work. Maybe you can't stop gambling. Maybe you can't stop drinking. I mean, it could be. You've always wanted a kid, and now it's time to... What happens when we make that decision? You know what happens? I'll tell you. The choice to have a child becomes the primary purpose, if you will, of two people who really love each other, and they want to grow their family, grow and have a family. That becomes the focal point. So if someone has any sort, or is trying to get out of issues where they spend too much, they gamble, they drink too much, whatever it is, you're going back to when you were a child and either praying to a mother figure on the other side, having a conversation with your bestie, or getting a download maybe from your mom or dad on the other side, and they're telling you. All you need to do is pray if that's what you really want. If it's not having a child, it's getting out of addictive behaviors that have been causing you to maybe lose money. And it's not just that it's not only loss of money, maybe as far as someone gambling, because not everyone gambles, right? But also it could be about selling a home or moving or something of that nature. Moving. Like maybe that's the whole premise. Someone wants to get out of where they're at and move somewhere else, right? And they want it to happen quick. Some of you, it has happened quick, and maybe to your detriment. Maybe you didn't get what you rightfully deserved in a sale of a home. Or if you have 2 homes, you're like, I got to start over again. Some of you, I'm starting over again. The slate is being cleared for you to start over again. Some of you have lost too much money. You've given away your power. And someone's trying to help you through it. You do have a guardian angel, a mother and or a father, or both, on the other side. It could be a grandmother, but I didn't feel that. I felt a mother who's telling you those 9 of Cups with the 7 of Cups, what's missing? The 2. 7 and 2 is 9. So some of you, it's like this choice to either find love, or I feel that most of you are already in a relationship, but it could be some of you are praying to find love, the real deal. Some of you are waiting to get pregnant, and you're reading. Maybe someone is getting more insight and knowledge about other ways to, adopt, foster. How do we do it? Some of you are really excited about getting started. So you're really asking questions, asking your bestie, asking others, how are you doing? So, for some of you, you could be asking this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius because maybe they never had children. And maybe you're asking, well, should I make that decision? Should I do what you did? Or do you feel like you missed out? You're asking your bestie if that's a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Or you're asking Spirit, show me the way to, I want to take my time, but I don't have much time to waste. Yeah, it's about children. Wow, look at that. Someone's saying that they regret not having children, but they made do with what they had. You could be thinking about fostering or adopting or doing IVF. Here's the Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio that seems to come into your reading. This person is definitely someone that you're definitely in love with, and there's a lot of chemistry in this relationship. You've had your total ups and downs with this person, but I feel you've made it through the hard times, the hardships. If this person was the one that was asking you all about money, maybe maybe you're hiding money. I mean, people do that. It is a normal thing, you know. And someone feels like look at, this is Gemini. Look at this. Someone feels like they were blindsided by what you've been doing with money on the side and not telling. Someone feels like yeah. Or you didn't want, okay, if you're still gambling or whatever, and that's a bestie, that Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, someone feels like you blindsided them about money. Or you didn't tell your spouse, or you didn't tell, you know, that you're still gambling, that you've lost money, that you're losing sleep, or someone's been losing sleep about, someone's losing sleep because you didn't tell them the truth about, you know, that you still had this addiction and that you've lost money. And now you're coming, like, you could be coming forward and saying, all right, I need to tell you. I need to tell you what I've been doing. Yeah. Listen, if it's your bestie, or if it's a parent, or your spouse or whatever, you know what? They're gonna still love you. So some of you are definitely, okay, this is what I hear. Some of you, you know, drive to one of those casinos or whatever, right? And in the car, you felt someone's presence. Mom, dad, whatever. And they were giving you a heads up, saying, come on, Taurus, you know you shouldn't be doing this. Or going to the shopping mall or whatever, right? You shouldn't do this. I'm telling you, just giving you a heads up. You know, you're getting all these songs on the radio, right? And Spirit saying, you got to come clean, and you got to turn over a new leaf. Because you've lost a lot of money in the game of life. That's part of the game of life. That's part of the matrix, right? For some of you, it's not gambling, but I'm getting that really heavy. And gambling could be in the forms of spending money, you know, what you do with your time, you know. Maybe you didn't want anyone to know that you've been kind of supporting someone else or giving money to someone on the side. It's not like you don't have it, you know. A brother, a sister, who knows. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius comes out, but this could be a financial advisor. I felt that strongly. A financial advisor telling you, or this could be like, okay, this is how we're gonna plan for the child. This is the planning stages. You're in the planning stages. Okay, so what's the next move? Right here with the chess set. So tell me the next move. What should I do? How should I invest in a child or reinvest my money? Maybe you're seeing a financial advisor. Maybe now you've turned over a new leaf and you're utilizing some of whatever the fours here. You're putting money into your home, into your kids. Maybe you saved whatever little was left or something of that nature, where maybe 40% of your income goes, which is a lot actually, but you know, any percentage going to, going to a trust fund or something like that is smart. 3. Okay, so let's say it's 30%. okay? Or even 3-4%. It's better than nothing. And that's what this financial advisor is saying. And you know already, deep in your heart, that you should have been probably doing this for a while. So it's okay, because you're doing it. So this person's coming in and helping you to assess, even though, you know, you're not extremely happy about it. You're not. You're like, well, this sucks. You know, I got to work harder now, right? Some of you, I do have to work harder because I lost money. Some of you, if you didn't lose money in like your shopping or overspending, whatever, or gambling, whatever, it's that you have a home or homes that you lost money on. I don't know, maybe you're in Florida and you lost money on your home and you're getting an insurance payout, but you know, it's never the same, right? And I guess it shouldn't be the same, but there is a cause of concern and upset because now you feel like, well, I have to work harder to pick up the pieces. Some of you are picking up the pieces. Some of you are praying. Some of you did go through the hurricanes. God bless all those people. They lost everything. Some of you are getting, for sure, downloads from a mother and or a father on the other side. Wow. Yep. That full moon in Aries we just had. Things have to change. Absolutely. And you already know it. You already know it. Whatever's lost, it's water under the bridge. Water under the bridge, right? We've got to, we do. When tragedy hits, we have to be grateful. And we have a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and we do have the Queen and King right now coming in. So I feel this is the person, well, we have it. I'm not going to ruin these cards. Kind of did, but here. We do have the King and Queen, okay? So you are both now on the same page with regards to starting a new cycle and evolving, they're saying. Evolving into, you know, what was and what will be. Yeah, some of you, it is the hurricane. And picking up the pieces. Yeah, picking up the pieces. Some of you don't want to have to put more money into your homes, but maybe you do. Maybe you didn't have, you know, you are healing from this. Some of you really for sure did. God bless you guys. But I feel that you're picking up the pieces and definitely choosing to decide on the importance of what really matters in life. And that's what everyone through trauma, tragedy, any kind of healing that's going on now is something that, okay, well, we had to go through this to learn what was important. The importance of, you know, where we put our time and effort and money and all that, because we've been through it. Yep. You really have been through it, you guys. So now you've learned a lot, and now you're starting over. You know, there's that eruption, the volcano. So what did happen, and what has been going on for you, Taurus, is really coming to terms with moving on with your person in a whole different way, valuing the time with someone. If you have lost in terms of property value, money in a property, due to, right, what has happened. You're now realizing maybe it's not as important to have money in all these properties, that anything could happen. Earthquakes happen, hurricanes happen, tornadoes happen. And or, you know, deciding to no longer be driven by obsessing over, you know, addictions. You know, who's had a hold on you during the time of that, and not wanting to hear it, not wanting to hear your bestie or whatever tell you, listen, Taurus, things have to change. Someone's definitely been in your headspace, right? And you don't want to hear it, nor do you want to see it. Like, you already know it. Let's just be honest. You already know that if it is an addiction, you know, there's a problem, right? And your person, who's the sexy Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, hasn't been sharing like they used to. They've been wondering, how am I going to help you? So whatever it took for you to realize that your relationship really is of utmost importance, growing a family, your kids, if you have them, it could be dogs, and or wanting, maybe you want your family, you know, you want to grow your family as in children, or maybe getting more animals. But I feel it's children, like you already have, your animals are your kids. I'm sorry, your kids are your animals, but you want kids now, for some of you. And realizing the importance of how life changes on a dime. Life changes on a dime. Archangel Michael's coming in to say, now we've gotten to the work. Now we're doing the work. Now we're doing the work. I love it. Some of you had to rush back, for sure. Some of you had to rush back to your homes to make sure they were safe. We do have a King and Queen of Wands, which for me, you're either with an Aries, Leo, Sag, or a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Or it's one person. You could be with a Scorpio sun with an Aries moon, something like that. And that's the equality attained in a relationship. Because you do really love this person and you don't want to lose them. And there has been times when you've had moments, these are wake-up calls, where Spirit interjected and said, hey, wake up, Taurus. You're going to lose this person because, you know, you didn't realize, but now you do. Now you realize, because you've had enough heartbreak. And I'm not talking about the past. I'm saying the last 3 months or 3 years that you've been married and or in a relationship, live-in, whatever, has been really rough because you haven't been honest with yourself about, for some, not all, for some it's not being honest about the addiction, the money loss, where you have been putting your time and effort in. For others, it's, oh my God, we had massive disaster in our home. Now, does it make any sense to either rebuild so exotically or upscale? Is it really, do we really want that? Do we want to live where we're still living? How many people probably have taken leave of leaving Florida because of what happened? For some of you, for sure, this is what it is. Or you definitely, someone near and dear to you is going through it. Near and dear. Or this is finally realizing that the pain that you have put maybe someone else under, they've been struggling to say, wake up, Taurus. You've got a good thing here. Definitely. Some of you are dealing with a masculine who's got long hair and is built like a brick shit house. It's all about starting over. It's about rebuilding. It is. It's about rebuilding. Absolutely. It's about taking your power back and not being... You faced the hardest part, which is whatever money has been lost in whatever way it's been lost. You now realize that what really matters, and that is what happens with any natural disaster. It happens because people need to understand what's truly important in their lives and how they could lose. Life changes, right? In the blink of an eye. Money comes and money goes, but love remains. So you have been transforming and realizing how much maybe someone's advice has been helping. Someone has been helping you to get through it. Your spirit guides, your spirit angels have been helping you to get through it. They have. They're helping you to rebuild. Your family, your besties, your friends. You even are helping others, if that's the case. The rebuild is going to take a minute, right? It's going to take time. People have to rebuild their whole lives again. They lost everything. And if it's through other means, then that's what it is, right? Rebuilding. We know that we have to wait and rebuild in the way that lends itself not to be necessarily on the defensive, but to now understand that life is over. That life of, the identity of the id is the ego. The ego wants the big house, the fancy, kitchen, the big house, let's put all our money into a house. Because we lose ourselves. For some of you, that happened. This disaster hit. And you had been like doing upgrades and hardwood floors and changing Italian marble, whatever. And realizing what matters after that, even if you're going to rebuild it. Is it really worth it? If you're at an impasse in a marriage or in a live-in relationship, either, leveling up and taking more responsibility, having honest discussions, wanting kids, not wanting kids, whatever. This is all changing. The trajectory, Taurus, has been changing because you already know, or someone that you incarnated with knows how to help you in this lifetime, or this is you. You're asking Spirit to show you the way, much like the Emperor does with his hands out. Show me the way of the light of a new day. Help me to get, like, look at this. In one lifetime you were a feminine and or a masculine, and vice versa this lifetime. So we only own our own kingdom when the kingdom is within and not without. Stillness. It totally means be still and know. Right here. Be still and know what it is that matters in life. What it is that really matters. Our dogs, our kids, wanting kids, the white fence and the white picket fence and the big house and all the money that we put in to whatever energies that we give in to, and or spending money foolishly or gambling it away or drinking it away, whatever. That's changing. That is changing for everyone. Because we're now asking ourselves, what is going on? We look outside into the external world, right? The politics, I'm not going there, but I'm using the example of politics and the politics in Hollywood. All of that shade, that evil, the evil of allowing external carrots to be dangled in front of our face. That's all coming out, right? We see what's coming out. The corruption, the greed, etc. And when tragedy hits, or we lose valuable, like, we realize that the valuables that we lost, that, let's just say, that were in a house, can't even compare to the value that we still have loved ones with us. Our dogs, our children, our besties, our lives. Our loved ones are more important, and money can't buy that. It's very profound. It's a profound reality. And that's why Spirit is saying, go by the water. Remember who you are. Right? This is why we're here. Self-realization. Some of you have realized. Or in November, this is going to happen. You will know by the end of November what really deems to be important. and the other stuff is a wash. Right? All right. I love you guys. Comment below and let me know. Have a great month.